do is, depending if we got this type of client, we finished a little bit early for what I have written down for today. We'll explore the ETM a little bit more, just to show you how important, how we can play around with feelings and stuff. But it just depends. If we got this type of demo, if not, we'll do something else. Has anyone got a problem when they think about the problem, they get like a sensation or a feeling or something? Has anyone got one of those? So Sue, you've got one. Okay. Are you happy to talk about it, Sue? Yep. Is it, when you think about it, what's the feeling you get?
Just bringing up a bit of overwhelm or sensation in my chest.
Okay, perfect. Who would like to be the therapist? Yep, Henning, beautiful. All right. So guys, if you can set that up for me, Fritz. Okay, all we're going to do, guys, is just explore, because we didn't get to explore it fully in the last session. We're not going to do the interview. Let's just imagine we've done the interview, and at some point, Henning's asked Sue about the feeling. All we're going to do is I want to show you guys the importance of some problems, for lack of better words, get trapped in the emotion or the feeling of the body. So by exacerbating that feeling, it lets go of anything that's connected to it. Does that sort of make sense? And by draining that and letting that feeling go and whatever was associated to it, that becomes the therapeutic breakthrough. Okay. So Henning, all I'm going to get you to do is just ask Sue about her problem. Ask Sue, actually we'll get the problem first. So we've got some context. Ask her about the feeling straight away. Then we'll just use questions to keep her emotions and focus on it, and we'll see where this goes. All right. So Henning, go for it.
No worries. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Henning.
So what's the problem you would like to work through today?
I've been working on my weight. I've over the last couple of years, I've shed about 8 kilos, and I'm still not where I want to be at. And I feel very consistent in my eating is what it is. I have fasting days, Mondays, Wednesdays. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. And then I eat dinner. I feel empowered. I feel really good. And then the next day I'll be going towards sugar. I think sugar's the problem, and it's just stopping me from being the person I want to be. I'm feeling frustrated.
So you feel frustrated?
Yeah, I feel frustrated. I feel disappointed. I just don't know why I can't move forward more to get to where I want to go. I'm just not where I want to be, and I've come so far, and I just want to know what's kind of stopping me from getting to where I really want to be.
Right. So you feel frustrated about your situation, and thinking about that, what's happening in your body right now? That's right.
I've got a real pounding in my chest at the moment. I feel a bit of constriction in my throat. I'm starting to feel teary and a bit overwhelmed.
Mm. So you feel a pounding in your chest.
Mm.
And you feel a bit teary. And
yeah,
something's coming up in your throat.
Yeah.
That's right. And what's happening with that feeling right now? That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I think that, there's a sense of nervousness and vulnerability just sort of being here. A feeling of almost an easing of maybe those symptoms of just allowing myself to be vulnerable in this space. I think it's getting worse. I think it's, yeah,
does get worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, just focusing on it.
And I wonder what that feeling that you're experiencing right now, what does that have to do with sugar?
It's a good question.
It is a good question, isn't it?
It is. I feel like maybe the sugar there's an element of self-sabotage, and maybe there's something I want to get out or need to get out. Like I don't feel I should be getting teary and, you know, feeling upset just talking about this.
So the sugar is some sort of self-sabotage.
Yeah, I think so, because I'm convinced that eating sugar, those simple carbs, causes inflammation in my body. So it's not good for my health. And I guess I want to help other people. And there's that element of how do you truly help other people when you feel you've got problems yourself.
Mm-hmm. So how do you use sugar to self-sabotage yourself? That's right.
It's not getting me to the weight and the shape that I want to be, but it also, I mean, it doesn't, I think in the moment I feel good, but it doesn't, you know, in the long term, it doesn't make my body feel good. So, you know, it doesn't make sense why I would turn to sugar when it's actually not, other than that in the moment sensation that is just, it's
so it doesn't make sense
serving me. No, it doesn't make sense, and yet I keep turning sort of to it.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not serving you.
Correct. Yeah.
Here we go. And how do you feel right now, Sue? That's right.
There's still a sensation here, but not the rapid pounding. The teariness feels less, and it just, I mean, it sounds silly. Like it sounds completely silly, and my throat does feel more at ease to be able to speak.
I know, yeah. And it does feel more at ease, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you can just like speak out.
Yeah, maybe I should be speaking more than eating, but I talk a lot.
Maybe you should be speaking more than eating.
Maybe.
And what's happening with the problem right now?
Yeah, it's just wondering why I keep turning back to sugar when I mostly eat a whole foods. I make my food. I don't eat a lot of junk food. I don't, you know, buy processed food, but I still want to maybe soothe myself with sugar. I feel like I'm a conflict. Like I said, I feel really empowered to go for periods of time and sort of not eating that kind of fasting state, but then a day or 2 or 3 days later, I'll just, it's almost like I'm eating like a completely different person, and it feels like there's kind of two parts of me.
You feel like a conflict. And so what was happening with your hands just then? Like you were really active with your hands.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's trying to meld, or yeah, that description of, I don't know how to explain. Yeah, two parts of me, and yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. other than being aware I'm moving them.
You are aware that you're moving them, aren't you?
I am now.
And what's happening now? Here we go.
I think there's just a sense of curiosity at the contrast in my eating, and what that means to me, because I've kind of gone in this space before, and an element of worthiness or not feeling worthy comes up, and I think that's a real issue, and I can already feel emotion welling up when I say that.
You can feel emotion.
Yeah.
Talking about your self-worth.
Yeah.
So Sue, what does have this, where is it the link between this conflict and self-worth?
You know, I think I have a vision of what I want to look like, how I want to show myself to the world, and then I think I'm sabotaging that because of an element I don't believe I can do it, and I maybe don't believe I'm worth doing it. Like I'm worth going so far, but not getting to where I want to be. And what's coming up now is that one of my biggest fears is being average, and I feel like my weight and my look is just average, and I don't like that.
So you don't want to feel average.
No.
So just like wondering, like, what is the actual weight you are looking for? Like not with regards to number, no, not with regards to a number, but like, what is the goal of your weight journey?
Yeah, I think it is my weight sits on my hips and my legs, and I think it is, to me, to be able to, you know, wear shorts and skirts and feel proud and feel comfortable. And I feel like I've spent my whole life hiding that, and even when I have been at kind of the way I want to be. So it's an element of self-acceptance of wherever I'm at, but I'd really just love to, you know, go down the beach in bathers and just own who I am and not feel like I have to hide that or be self-conscious about that.
And we'll pause right there. Good job. We're going to keep going. Hopefully everyone, this is a clear example of where a client thinks the problem is. See how deep this is getting? We've gone from sugar, weight, self-worth, owning who I am. We're not there yet, but we're not doing anything with this. Henning is doing a brilliant job by just keeping Sue in this place while she reconfigures all of this stuff. We've basically, with the emotions coming out, whatever this is filled up to, whatever this is holding on to, as this stuff starts to come out, may not make sense to Sue now, but eventually the aha moment can come through from this, because all the old pain, so to speak, and emotion has been let go of. Does that make sense? Okay, so keep going, Henning. I'm curious to see where this goes. You're doing a good job.
All right, Sue. So you want to own yourself?
Yeah, I want to feel proud of who I am, and appearance is just, you know, a little part of that.
Appearance is just a little part of that.
So let's play with this, guys, while Sue's thinking. I was talking, guys, before about challenging and testing. We could do something really strange here. Let's just see which part of the equation is really important to Sue, and I'll sort of show what I mean. So Sue, you sort of want to feel proud and own yourself, okay? If you were 20 kilos overweight, but you could own yourself and feel proud, would that be okay?
I don't see how that would be possible for me to, because it wouldn't be congruent with health. And
let's say we can
yeah,
find a way for you to be able to do that. Would that be okay with you?
To be honest, no.
Thank you. What did we just find out? Sue said before, appearance is important. Then she came back and said, well, it's not really important. But now what has she told us right now? It is definitely important. And this is very common with our problems, guys. They get so tied up in the congruency and what we really want and our characterization of each other that we start to doubt what we know is our true self. This is another complex layer of our problems. Do you sort of see that in action, Henning? Do you see how we can test what's really important amongst all of these things? Does that make sense? You still with me, Henning?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Does that make sense? And again, it's not to derail the session, just really give us and isolates, wow, okay, that part is really important. So I need to keep that in the back of my mind.
Yeah, and we can see it right now, right? So it is really important for you, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, weight ties in with health as well, but.
And let's pause right there. Sorry, guys. Do you hear the conclusion she just gave us? Weight ties in with health. I know overweight people that are healthier than what we would label as skinnier people. We all know this. So do you hear the conclusion? And this is, thank you, Sue, for sharing this.
Yeah.
The only way I can be healthy is to lose weight. But everybody knows there's a contrast to that. If someone loses too much weight, they become unhealthy. Do you see the paradox, the conclusion her mind has locked off? Okay, so I apologize for jumping in. It's too good not to say anything. Henning, go for it, keeping that in mind.
Yes. So what's happening right now, Sue? That's right.
So your job now, Henning, to coach her through it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've just had I guess it's a memory and a realization that, well, my grandmother was very overweight, and then she lost a lot of weight. And when she died, she was really, really skinny. She was this tiny little waif of herself. But there was a lot of health issues associated around that. And I've never I've put some sort of connection into that just in this moment. I'm not 100% sure yet what that is, but.
See what you did, Henning? Brilliant.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that for a long time, but I have this belief that she died at the age she did, even though she was 81, but her sister lived to 101. And if she hadn't had that weight on her, she might have lived longer, like in that. Yeah.
So what do we do with this, Henning? We're on the right track. What do we do with this?
I would challenge that thought and that belief.
We could go past the challenging. We could connect what she just came up with. Like she said, I haven't thought about it like this before. Let's connect it back.
Right. Let's connect it back. So you haven't thought about that before, Sue? That you go?
Well, I have made that connection that she was very overweight, which caused for her diabetes, and she ended up with a lot of health conditions after that. But it was more of her dying being very tiny and thin. I think that's maybe the connection of.
So and again, I'm going to conclude something because this is sort of what's going on. Can you see what the unconscious mind is doing now? Sue wants to get thin and skinny. The unconscious mind says, no, let me give you a bit of sugar to take you back, because I don't want you going down that way because that's connected to something negative. Can you see that, Henning, clearly?
Yes.
That's the unconscious self-sabotage. So the unconscious mind is doing what it thinks is correct by helping her self-sabotage the quickest way. Let's have some sugar. That's the easiest way to get calories in, to keep her away from that. But then Sue goes too far this side The unconscious mind recognizes she doesn't like that either. So it yo-yos her back and forward to try and find some sort of homeostasis. And that's the conflict she's caught in. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we do, Henning?
Yeah. Well, I don't believe, or like, I'm not sure that other than herself can solve that can find that homeostasis. Mm-hmm. So I just like now try to keep her in the place where she is.
That's it. She found the solution. Keep her in this place so she can process it.
Exactly.
She's doing it anyway.
Yeah, you're processing, so aren't you? And what do you feel right now?
Good.
Finding the homeostasis. Here we go.
Well, yeah, I guess what I want is, just to have that homeostasis is a good word, is just to have a balance and feel.
That's right.
Yeah, there's an element of feeling happy with who I am and where I'm at. And
that's right.
I guess I just want those food choices to be natural and easy, because it's good for my health and I deserve it, and not feel I'm fighting myself.
You don't want to feel like you're fighting yourself.
Did you catch that last part, Henning? See how there's a bit of hesitation. There's some juicy stuff there, so keep going.
Yeah. So you want it to be easy, and you don't want to fight yourself.
Yeah, more, I guess, natural. And I've had periods, and it has been, after hypnotherapy some time ago, that, that it.
See, she's avoiding the question, Henning.
Yeah, I just want to feel natural around food and not be focused on it. It's just part of my life. It's something that I do. I don't have to think about it too much, but that I make good food choices, and that I feel happy to celebrate and have sugar, cake, whatever at special occasions, but that I'm not turning to it on a regular basis, and that I can have the body that I want, and I can be better than I am.
You can be better. So what's the actual problem then right now, Sue? Here we go. Here we go. That's it.
Yeah, the problem is understanding the inconsistency in my eating patterns and how that connects to how I feel about myself.
The inconsistency in your eating patterns and how it connects to how you feel about yourself. How do you feel about yourself, Sue?
Good question, Henning.
That's right.
Got it with that one.
Yeah.
That's the question we should have asked a long time ago. Brilliant.
How do you feel about yourself? That's right.
It's a good question. It's a good question. I think it comes back to when I said there's kind of two parts to me. There's this part I show that is confident and capable, and this inner part that feels scared and not good enough, I think.
You're scared. Not good enough.
Yeah. And just a readiness to heal, knowing that there's been something here for a long time, that I've done lots of healing over the years, but there's clearly more to come. So this is great, because it feels good to just have that awareness. I think that healing maybe for me is just a lifelong journey, and that's okay.
And what's
And maybe that's
happening
with my eating as well.
Sorry to interrupt. What's happening in your shoulders right now?
You know, they're a bit tight. I've always said my tension starts in my head and moves down, but at the moment I'm feeling a bit, that restriction in my throat's starting to build as this, you know, as these realizations are coming out. The tightness in my neck and throat, which is my sort of measure of stress, I think.
There's this tightness in your throat and in your neck.
Yeah, it feels like it's building again.
It is building, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. This tightness in your neck and in your shoulders. There we go. That's right.
It's like it's always there. There's some sort of reminder. Be nice to let it go.
That's right. It would be nice to let it go.
Yeah.
This tightness in your throat and in your shoulders. That's right. And now, Sue, as we are here, what's stopping you from letting it go?
Good question.
That's right.
Just keep coaching
I'm
it.
not sure. It's like I was born like this. It was like I was born stressed and overwhelmed.
There you go. What's happening right now, Sue? What is the real problem? What's stopping you from letting this go? That's right. All the way. That's right.
Well, it can only be me.
It can only be you. That's right. And what's happening now, Sue?
Just feel I need time to work it out.
Do you need time?
Just to work it out and let it all go.
How much time do you think you need to just let it go?
It feels like so far it's taken me 52 years, so hopefully not another 52.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much time do you need to just let it go?
But there's a sense of thinking I've actually given it enough time, and it's time now to focus on other things.
It is time to focus on other things now. It is time to focus on other things now. It is time to focus on other things now. That's right. Here we go. All the way now. That's it. It's time to focus on other things now. It's time to focus on other things now. That's right. Just focus on other things now.
It's almost like I want permission to let the resistance go.
You want permission.
It just feels safe to be, I don't know, to be vulnerable, but just to, it feels like I just need permission to give myself a break and realise I'm actually doing okay.
You're actually doing okay. You just need to give yourself that permission that you're actually doing okay.
Yeah.
Give yourself permission. You are doing okay. That's right. All the way now. Give yourself permission. You are doing okay. That's right. That's right. You're looking after you, Sue.
Thanks.
Just give yourself permission. You're doing okay. That's right. Great job, Sue. That's it. Get that one.
So I was just seeing that sort of die down, which it is, Hannah, and get a bit of feedback. See what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, what's happening now, Sue?
Just feels nice to just sit in that space and kind of think into it and give myself permission to just kind of relax and let go.
Mm. And as you relax and you let go, what's happening in your shoulders and your throat?
Yeah, they feel more relaxed. My throat feels looser. I feel a little bit washed out. But I feel like these are all emotions that are there to serve me, to teach me something, to give me a lesson, to not be so hard on myself.
A lesson, to teach you a lesson, to not be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
See that realization, Henning?
To teach you a lesson, to not be so hard on yourself. So here we go.
Yeah, because I think I've always feel like all my life I've just been pushing myself, and even coming into the this space with the hypnotherapy, getting clients. I want to show myself as being, putting my best foot forward. So I think it all ties in. Yeah, lots of things tie in for me. And that's all okay, because I am moving forward, I am achieving, I am doing a good job, and I get positive feedback about how I look, how I interact, how I respond. And maybe it's time I actually listen to that.
It is time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Might as well just listen.
Yeah, maybe not talk so much.
And how do you feel right now, Sue?
I feel like I just want to sit here for a long time, just relax.
Just relax. Teach yourself a lesson.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. So we'll definitely let Sue just do that. That's important. Let's bring you guys back and let's break this down. Good job. So Sue, please sit there, relax, do what Henning said, definitely. And if you've got questions, please put your hand up as well. Where am I going? Okay. All right. Great job. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. Brilliant. So that is really ACH, a bit of ETM, but can everyone see the same sort of process? Okay. So let me ask you guys this. Why on earth is focusing on some internal sensations? How the hell does that lead towards a breakthrough? Any ideas? Yeah, Tony, go for it.
Connects with the emotions that she's experiencing.
Yeah, this is just another version of an unconscious moment. And where did I say the aha moments come from? From the actual moments. Now, who noticed Henning just repeating himself over and over? And the therapy was kind of listen to yourself or something like that. And he repeated it over and over and over. Isn't that a nicer way to do the actual therapy than this long-winded 5-page script? And look at the result. Now, what's interesting, where did that solution and that suggestion come from? Did Henning come up with it? The client did. Just fed it back to her. Pretty cool, right? And again, that's another version of the same principles that we've learned so far. It just looks totally different. Okay. So before we break down the parts of it, has anyone got any questions about what they just saw?
I do.
Yep.
So is the sugar addiction just the mask or the symptom to something bigger?
Yeah. It's that, and I mentioned this before, it's like the unconscious mind still connected to the weight thing with her grandma. Let's give Sue some sugar so she avoids that. But in giving her sugar, she's upset about that too. Do you see that loop she's caught in? That's the unconscious mind just trying to deal with its parameters that's been set in the best way possible. Sue's losing too much weight, can't be lose too much because of the passing of her grandmother who ended up being sick and being underweight. Let's pull her back a bit. Oh no, that's not good either. Let's pull her back. Oh, that's not good either. And it gets caught in that loop. And that's that self-sabotage we've labeled it as. So the sugar thing was just the surface. That's her experience. her conclusion. The reason I am where I am right now is because of the sugar. But who noticed it had nothing to do with that. There were so many deep layers, and that's what I mean about exploring the problem. If you pull out your stop eating sugar script, you would have missed the point completely.
That's right.
Did everyone see that? And that's a beautiful demonstration what Henning and Sue did of exactly how casual and soft's the wrong word, but sort of this therapy can be. And it's just methodical, but all of those emotions that are tied up in those feelings and sensation, they have to go somewhere because they're pent up. You release those, allows room for something new to happen, which is, I think she said, people say I'm good anyway, I'm just going to listen to them. Sounds like a good solution to me. And if she's so busy listening, she'll probably run out of time to eat sugar. So she works either way. That's just a bit of a joke aside. Do you sort of see how interesting that is? Okay. Ainsley, go for
it. Excuse me. Yeah, Henning, what I noticed from that is that he was very present, and my throat's going all funny, but he was very present, and that was really, really important. I feel very strongly about that session just then.
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah.
But when you're so busy, let's say I'm working with Sue and I go, all right, Sue, tell me a problem. Yeah, just keep talking. Yeah, keep talking. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm really listening. No. Or worse off, all right, close your eyes and relax. Instead, Henning's getting interested. He's curious.
Yeah, it was very, very deep. It was very deep.
And he's paid it almost like he's setting the stage for Sue. All my attention is on you.
Yeah.
I'll give you my attention, but I need yours as well. It's a feedback. That's why you can feel the intensity of it. It's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah,